All right, so to finish up our simple interest, we're going to talk about all these other ones we were finding. We were finding the simple interest, the I. And so sometimes they give us that simple interest, the I, and we have to solve for one of these other variables. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find what information we know. We're going to plug it in to the formula, and then we are going to solve for that missing variable. So the first one that we have here, we're going to start out the same way we did our other ones. We're going to put our I, our P, our R, and our T right along there. And it says we put $1,000 into our account, so that is our starting amount, that is our principal. The account earns $100 in simple interest, so they flat out tell us that this is going to be $100. And it also helps to remember that this one's going to be in money and this one's going to be in money. And this one is a percent and this one is in years. So it says in 4 years, what is the annual interest rate? So when I put my I equals P times R times T over here, my 100 goes in for my I, my 1,000 goes in for my P. I don't know my R, and my T is going to be 4. Now, a lot of kids don't like the equal sign and the 100 here. You can obviously move it over to there. So that would then look like that instead. So the two different ways you can do this, the first thing I like to do is I like to maneuver these. This is on multiplication, so I can move these around so that my 4 and my 1,000 are next to each other, because that reminds me that I can do 1,000 times 4. The last step there then is to divide by the coefficient. And let me double check. We get 25 thousandths, and you're like, that's really strange for a percent, but remember this is a decimal. We're going to have to change it into a percent, so we're going to multiply this by 100, and so that gives me 2.5% as my interest rate. It'll look the same over here. It's just that I will have my variable on this side as opposed to that side, which for some people is just clearer to see for them. Our second one here says how long does it take an account. So right away with my I, my P, my R, and my T, it says how long. Right away I'm like, I must not know how many years. So my principal amount is $10,000, my interest is $750, and my rate is 15%. Remember that percent I have to write as a decimal. When I get that, this one I'm not going to multiply by 100. I'm not turning that into a percent. That's a year. So that's just half a year, which you can also think of as 6 months. Let us know if you have any questions.